Well, here's the first vlog from the first day prior to going on the road. I'm in the ETAP Hotel in Bradford City West, where George Galloway was recently elected MP for the area, Member of Parliament for West Bradford about 3 weeks ago, and I spent 4 days on the campaign trail and about 8 hours outside one of the polling stations as a tallyman. I'm very pleased and very proud of playing a small part in getting George elected. From that, DViva Palestina contacted me last week to say that they are short of drivers for their Viva Palestina 6 return of the refugees convoy to Gaza and Palestine. The idea is that they're going to drive through Europe, Turkey, Syria, God forbid, into Jordan, into Egypt and into Gaza on May the 15th, which is the anniversary of the Nakba, which refers to the great catastrophe that befell Palestine in 1948, when Israeli terrorists basically put guns to the heads of 750,000 ethnic Palestinian indigenous population and put them on boats and forced them into Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, and now there are over 6.8 million Palestinian refugees throughout the Middle East, Europe, and indeed countries as diverse as Argentina and Latin America. So pick up my van today at Chambers Solicitors on the Grattan Road in Bradford. We head off to London tonight, and I think tomorrow we go to Kent, Dover, and instead of going through France, Italy and Greece as we did before, I think we're going through Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany, possibly Romania to get into Turkey. So this is definitely a land convoy, and very much different from the previous convoy in that this is like an old-fashioned convoy. We'll be sleeping in the rest areas in petrol stations and service stations on the way over throughout Europe. So that means keeping in the van and eating hot dogs. So it'll be important to take care of my health. Plenty of water, plenty of fruit, plenty of fibre, bit of exercise. I brought my running shoes, so Mr. Sullivan, I shall be doing a few kilometres every other day, mate, when I'm on the road, so don't worry about that. I don't know how I'm going to upload this onto YouTube, but I shall try my best, and every other day I'll make like a video diary blog and stick it on YouTube or put it on my Facebook, upload it to Facebook. So wish me luck, people. There's supposed to be 16 vehicles going on that, but it looks closer to 6. So it's not a huge endeavour, it's not a huge convoy, but I have to be totally honest. I mean, if there were 100 vehicles, I could only ever drive one, and I could only ever get in half a tonne of medical aid and equipment into Palestine. So even if there's only one vehicle going and I'm the only one driving it, I ain't going, because I'll still get that half a tonne of aid. But it's also help, and it's also support, and it's also solidarity for the besieged people of Gaza. So good luck, and I'll keep in touch. Good night.
Comvoy 2009 with George Galloway and everybody else, all the brothers from all over the world, and this trip that's going now, I wish them success and I wish them a safe journey, and I hope they do well and safe and return safe home to their families and everything, and good luck to them.
Thanks very much, thank you. So what's your name?
My name's Galib Hussain. I'm from Bradford.
Brilliant.
And I just came here just to see you lads off today, because I've had a past experience on this trip, and you know, I know it can get difficult, but I hope you will, and inshallah you'll be alright.
Hello, my name is Faisal. We're getting ready to move on from Luton, going on to Dover, and hopefully into Belgium tonight, inshallah.
All the way to Gaza, and we get in, say, half a tonne of medical aid in the back of this van, and it saves one life. Well, for me, that's made the journey just worth everything, and the effort and the time and the money and the commitment. And you know, part of it's breaking the siege, obviously, and part of it's bringing hope and solidarity to the besieged people in the Gaza Strip. But you know, we're going through Syria, and apparently we're going to be there for 3 days, 2 nights and 3 days, going through a country that is not in civil war because there's an insurgency against the government. If it was a true revolution by the people and for the people, I would be in total support of it. But it appears to be a spontaneous uprising that may have been taken over, directed, financed and armed by people who want to see regime change, which is not democracy. Regime change to have possibly 2 million dead and several million people injured, millions of orphans, 20 years of violence, instability in the country, and a counterinsurgency, because, you know, like in Libya and like Iraq and like in Afghanistan, you can change the government to suit the West, but eventually the people are going to say, hold on, that's not what I fought for, or I never fought for that to begin with, but I tell you what, I'm going to stop you doing what you're going to do. But that, in a form and in its own way, is democracy too. That people choose to liberate themselves by whatever means they think is acceptable. So it's a very sad set of circumstances. I don't want to be seen to support the Syrian regime by accepting any hospitality in the way through, and I've already decided if someone says here's a hotel or here's somewhere you can come and stay, if I think it's anything other than genuine, or I feel that it's in support of the regime, I'll sleep in a van, because we'll be doing that on the way over in places. Last night, which was the first day of the journey, we ended up staying in Luton in the community centre, and that's where we are today. Had to nip down into Luton Sound to get a new charger for my camcorder, because I was concerned that I'd have this journey and have no record other than uploading photographs on Facebook. So this is going to be my video diary, and I hope to have a wee chat with everybody who's on the convoy with their permission, and I'll say to them at some stage I'll probably put this onto a CD or something, just for my memories later on in life. So there are, I think, 11 or 12 vehicles currently heading off with Viva Palestina UK on the Viva Palestina Arabia road to Gaza, Bradford to Gaza, a return of the refugees convoy, and we hope to get to Gaza on the anniversary of the Nakba, which in 1948 was on the 15th of May, which was the day that foreign Zionist settlers in Palestine put guns to the heads of 750,000 Palestinians and says, get out or we'll shoot you, basically. And that's why there are now 6.8 million Palestinian refugees in countries, the bordering countries of what is occupied Palestine, sometimes known as Israel, which is Lebanon, Egypt, Jordan and Syria. So I didn't mean to say as much as I have done, but that's off my chest, and the rest of this video diary hopefully is going to be about the trip, about possible dangers that we may face en route. 3 days in Syria is not making me feel any more comfortable or safer about the journey, but I made the decision that in my heart, I'm not trying to save lives, I'm not trying to do anything other than play a part in delivering humanitarian aid, but I've thought by getting it in I'd save one human life. And the people in the convoy put themselves in harm's way to do that. I think that takes courage, steadfastness and determination to see it through, and that's what I'll do. I'll stay on this journey. I'll be proud to be an Irishman going to Palestine, show solidarity with the people there for what they're going through, and I hope there'll be justice and equality for everyone in the Middle East, not just Palestine. But until that question's resolved peacefully and successfully, then there'll be no peace in the Middle East, and the wider world will be at risk. So there's my speech over for today. We'll be heading off to Dover in about an hour and a half, and from Dover I think we're taking, I'm not sure, somebody said we're taking the tunnel, so Search Bay, Dover Port, 10 stop under Section 7, Ready Tourism Act. You like the music?
In 1916, the forces of the crown to take the orange, white and green bombard Dublin town.
ghostly recording this in the van in the dark with just the wee interior light on. It is approximately 1:30 in the morning of Tuesday the 23rd of April. We left Luton Sunday at approximately 2:30, 2:45, went via the Dartford Tunnel and into Dover, where we were stopped and detained under Section 7 of the anti-terrorist legislation by I don't know who it was, Kent Police or Special Branch or anti-terrorist police. But anyway, I took passports, driving licences, wanted everybody's details, so I give as little as possible because I think it's a total infringement of our civil liberties. So I give my passport details, driving licence for proof of address, and my employment, what I work at, and refused to answer any other questions. So they kept us for approximately 90 minutes. We thought we were then leaving and got took into a second search bay where they swabbed all the door handles and all the vans and all the steering wheels, obviously where people would have had contact with their hands. So if anyone had at any stage even been firing a shotgun or had a legally held gun at home, and then there was residue of gunpowder or traces from ammunition, the whole convoy probably would have been arrested and taken to the nearest cop shop. So disappointing that we're basically doing a humanitarian aid convoy to Palestine. It's all medical aid, and I know there's some clothes that have been donated to the generosity of the people of Bradford, but probably never see Palestine because the vans are going to be filled with medical aid that's potentially going to save lives, and the clothes and other things that have been donated will most likely go to a Palestinian refugee camp, so it still goes to Palestine and it's still used. But terrible set of circumstances that find ourselves in. But anyway, this is day 2 complete, as I say. 1:30 into the wee small hours, boys are still out having our curry there and having a chat. We'll be surprised if they get out of football and start a game. Up early in the morning and off to, we're in Calais at the minute, in case I didn't say that, and tomorrow morning we're off to west of Brussels, so we'll get updated then. Bye now.
Go for another.
Richard's vehicle. Richard and Carol and Sylvia. This is the boys taking light construction material. I think they have small cement mixers and stuff for construction industry. Help people rebuild their homes devastated by Israeli bombs from American supplied F-16 bombers. Everybody just lining up on their different numbers at van A2. There's 17 volunteers on the convoy, and I think there are 11 trucks, and we're waiting another 4 to come from Bradford. They're going to meet us in Belgium today. Just had a wee fright 5 minutes ago, couldn't find my passport, and I thought we were going to be in Belgium in 2 hours. Brother Faisal, hey!
Ever since he was a kid, he'd get arrested, though he was never charged with any crime. Spending half his life in prison, a life lived like so many of his friends. Arbitrary and indefinite detention, never knowing if your jail time would end. Father Adnan was arrested last December. Again, he wasn't told the reason why. He was shackled, he was beaten, he was tortured. There beneath the Middle Eastern sky, perhaps there was a moment when he realized that right then, with his body he'd say no. But from then on he refused to eat another meal, like in Belfast not many years ago. Father Adnan grew up in a war zone, but all the tanks and planes were only on one side. It was a type of war that they call occupation, settlement, removal, fratricide. And anyone who talked about resistance, who thought they did not deserve to be a slave, would be looking down the barrel of a gun and often find themselves inside an early grave. Father Adnan loves his wife and children, and he likes to eat his daily bread. But in prison, he can't see his daughters or live life with the lady that he wed. So on behalf of all the children without fathers, he decided he had to strike a blow. He said, I will have dignity or death, like in Belfast not many years ago.
I was just going to say, this is what, day 4, Wednesday. We are in Charleroi in Belgium, and we're heading off about 11 to either Luxembourg or Germany. And I'm with Rahman from America. So I'm not saying anything, she's American.
Right.
Go ahead, look. We met in VP5.
Yes, we did.
And
Yeah.
the two of us are back in this convoy again. So what do you think are what's your expectations are?
Well, it's a slightly different convoy from the last time. With a fraction of the size. I think we had around 60 people last time, and we're only at 18 now. So we're at a fraction of the size. It changes the dynamic significantly for the group. We're moving quite slow right now. We were only rolling to Belgium after our fourth day traveling. But I think we should hopefully be picking up speed as soon as people from Bradford join us. But it's nice we're going slow, but my fear is that we're going too slow now, that we're going to have to push it much harder when we get closer to the Middle East, which will be manageable, but of course it's going to be much more draining than we are right now. But it's a pretty good group. I have no complaints so far. Everyone's getting along really well, I think, and trying to make the best of the situation. Even though we're just taking it easy, we're all, I think, getting along pretty well. So no complaints on my side.
And you've no real preconceived ideas about what's going to happen because you've been there before, but any concerns about going through, we're going to go Turkey, possibly 3 days in Syria? It's an unknown trip in a country that might have its own internal security situations, never mind Gaza.
I like to think, and I hope, which I'm pretty certain is the situation, that if it isn't stable enough for us to enter Syria, then hopefully, I'm pretty certain they will not let us enter. I don't think the government will let us enter, nor will VP let us enter. So I'm trying. I don't think right now. I don't feel uneasy about it right now. That may change. Maybe heading up toward the border, if we notice a bit more tension, that may change. But of course, it is. Anything can happen. Even if you're guaranteed security, there's never really a guarantee of it. So there is a little. It's a little. Not nerve-wracking, it's a little uncomfortable, but it's not a present thought in my mind right now. I'm not really thinking about it. I don't know if I should be more worried about that, because we do have support through Syria for the cause, but I'm not sure if it's if we should be more worried about entering into Jordan and exiting Jordan, if that should be more of an issue, or entering into Egypt. I'm not sure where the issues really are. Or what we should be most concerned about. I'd like to think that we'd be having smooth sailing into Egypt this time because of the revolution and the change in government, but I don't think anyone's convinced that it's going to be much easier or more difficult. I don't know what to expect, really. I hope it would be at least as the same as we got in, not time-wise. I hope we get in more swiftly than last time, but getting through will be just as easy, if not easier, hopefully, inshallah, so we'll see.
That's great. And just one last question. I was just going to ask about Gaza itself.
Yes.
When you get in, are you going to reconnect with people there that you met before? Are you hoping to make new connections for?
I hope I can
for helping out somewhere further down the line.
Yeah. I really hope this time that I get an opportunity to see a bit more of the actual people. Last time we were definitely limited as to who we could interact with and what organizations we could interact with. I know Julie Webb from New Zealand, she's there. She's doing some journalism there, so I know she's anticipating me coming, so I really hope to see her. And some of the other, the translators and the guys that helped us last week, definitely hoping to reconnect with them as well. But my anticipation is that we will have a great opportunity to actually see more. Not of, we've seen the sites that had destruction, and it's fine to see that as well. But I really would like to see more of the camps and more of the people to have that one-on-one connection. And on top of it, it helps a lot having documentation of that and taking it home. So allow for the connection more of the people that in your community and the people you're trying to help have the outreach to Gaza or the Palestinians to see that one-on-one. And if we don't have an opportunity to see that, we can't share it with anyone else. So I hope that we can definitely see that and share it.
Okay, that's fantastic. I'm just going to let you get back and finish your breakfast.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, here we are. Centre-ville of Luxembourg. The war memorial to the 1918 fallen. And a great war. So we're with Bravo Group. That is a total of 3 vehicles. I'm Bravo 2. And this is my blue van as I pan around. Here's Bravo 1. Blue van you're about to see the bonnet off is Bravo 2. Zulu 2 is the control call that brings up the rear of the convoy. And Bravo 3 got himself lost about 15 minutes, which is easy enough to do in a strange city when you're caught at traffic lights and you're trying to catch up with people. So I'm going to go and have a quick wee chat with him about his experience. Here we go. You're on celluloid. What's happening?
Just trying to get hold of Alpha 5 at the moment.
Right, okay. He's well lost somewhere.
Yeah,
he was panicking too.
Somebody else is on our radio.
I heard that.
Interfering quite a lot.
And then when people talk over each other, when I was trying to get to you and Julie 1 was trying to get the Alpha 5 and stuff. Yeah. Have you got 2 minutes just while we're here to talk about your participation in the convoy? It's your first convoy, so what do you think so far? 20 days. Day 5, is it?
Day 4.
Day 4. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. The convoy didn't need the Sunday. Yes, go ahead. Day 4 in the convoy. And we're lost in Luxembourg.
Lost in Luxembourg.
That's impossible.
It's great.
It's too small to get lost in.
But I mean, Google Maps.
Yes. Excellent.
I would recommend Google Maps to anybody. You can find your way around any city with Google Maps.
Yes.
I'm sure I could find my way around Palestine with Google Maps as well. Yeah, I mean, it's been great. It's been great. I mean, when you do get lost, it's quite exciting because you don't know what to expect. When I went down the tunnel, I don't know how long that tunnel was going to last. But I ended up only about a kilometre away from you guys, and I actually heard you saying something about Bibliothèque Nationale.
Yeah, it's overworked.
Typed that into Google, found it straight away. So I thought, that's a start,
Right.
Get him in the picture together.
Do an interview and kill 2 cameras with 1 stone.
Line up. Take a picture of the cameraman here.
Jeez.
Yep, get the guy here, the main man here.
Everybody following you, were they?
No, they weren't following me.
You went sightseeing, didn't you?
We gotta go there.
You went sightseeing, didn't you?
Huh?
You went sightseeing, right?
Sightseeing the halal place there.
Sightseeing.
Fuck, I stopped. I did the right
I think he bought postcards as well.
Rather looking after my own interest. The Malaysian team had no radio. If they got lost, we would have been looking for 4 hours, 5 hours for them. Rather than looking after my interest, I followed the Malaysian team, stopped them and told them, you follow me.
Yeah, man, you tell
And
him.
I got them to this petrol station immediately, simple route. I knew everyone else could follow me. So alhamdulillah.
Hey, here's our leader, Amr. Must be the whole convoy back together. Is everybody back, yeah? Here we are on the road to Stuttgart, doing approximately 11 miles per hour. Not 100% sure what the hold up is, but Faisal in the van behind me is playing some Indian music. And whatever way he has it set up, I can pick it up on my radio on 98 FM. So I've been listening to David Rovics and the Wolf Tones, Tommy Sands, Christy Moore. There's something different. You just see this traffic's a bit of a standstill here, and it's down into one lane. So I don't know. I talked about a 5 or 6 hour drive today. It looks more like it's going to be 9 or 10. So Yusuf, this is Viva Palestine 6, and I believe you've been on all the convoys so far.
Yeah, I've been on all the convoys so far. I've only missed the one that went from Turkey on the ship.
Right, that was the Mavi Mamara, yes. So you've been on all the land convoys.
Yes, I've been on the land convoys.
So what are you driving and what are you bringing to Gaza?
I'm driving a 7.5 ton truck. It's full equipped with medical aid, children's toys, medication, a dental chair, sweets, food in the truck.
Yes. So you have a 7.5 ton truck, but did I hear we whisper there's over 9.5 tons worth of weight going on that back axle?
Yeah, it's a bit overweight. It's a bit overweight. It's only 7.5 ton, but it's got 9.5 ton in.
So why have you overfilled the van?
The reason that I took the risk of taking all this stuff is because people are giving it with a good intention, and you don't like to refuse them. And some of the stuff that they were giving me was very good stuff. I couldn't refuse it.
Yes.
So I thought I'd rather risk taking it and give them a peace of mind.
Yes, well if you've an extra 2 ton in your vehicle, it's like having another 2 of our Ford Transit vans, or 4 Ford Transit vans on the road. I think they only take half a ton each, filled with the stuff. So what first attracted you to Palestine? Because I know you're one of the brothers from Bradford and Birmingham, and a lot of the boys, Kashmir, Pakistan's very close to their hearts. Lots of convoys go there, so why Palestine?
Palestine, the main thing about Palestine is obviously many people can see what's happening in the world today, what the siege is on Gaza Strip. As yourself, you're aware of the Comvoy 5-4, third convoy we went together, we saw the destruction that Israel is doing in Palestine. And from that day I thought, well, let's try and do our little bit for what we can do for these people. So then I decided with a few brothers in back there, I got this truck. Before that last convoy I had a truck as well. So let's work on the medication and other stuff for the kids of Palestine. It's like a compulsory act for us to help our, whoever they are, Muslims or non-Muslims, who's in need. And if we have the time, give that time to them.
I know, I've noticed the humanity among the brothers. I've seen it's very, very, very strong. Do you know approximately how much money you would have raised between, I think your vans are worth maybe £10,000 plus the aid, plus you've done 5 trips in total. Have you any idea how much money you personally have helped raise with the people from Birmingham?
Well, the organisation that we work with, in the last 4 years, we've raised about nearly £350,000.
250? 350,000 pounds in 4 years?
4 years going.
That's amazing. Well, here we are, day 6, nearly the first week completed. We are in a car park about 20 kilometres south, I believe, of Munich. Arrived here yesterday about 5 o'clock after the journey from Stuttgart. Just stopped beside my van. Don't know if you can see the flag flying in the background. I was just trying to get it in there, but my head's too big by the looks of it. Let's move around a wee bit. Let's see. Hey, there we go. We're waiting for the boys from Bradford to catch up. Apparently they're not far behind us, so we might wait here for an hour or two till they turn up. Just a chance to sit in the sun, get a bit of colour. Try and work on my Richard, you're on a convoy, Viva Palestine 6. You've been on several convoys before.
Yeah, I was on Viva 1, the first one, and took a fire engine in with 2 other people. Unfortunately, the Egyptians didn't let it in when it got to Rafah, because it was like the emblem of the convoy, and they just had to make their point that they were going to stop something going through. But I sneaked in on another car, so I actually got into Gaza. Then I was on Viva 3, which went virtually the route we're doing now, down to Aqaba. But then on Viva 3, the Egyptians again decided that we couldn't cross over from Aqaba to Nuweiba, and they sent us all the way back to Latakia, and then we got a boat and went in that way, obviously through El Arish and then Rafah. And the last one I went on was called the Road to Hope, and that all the aid got in, but I was refused entry into Egypt. But I did test them. A friend of mine on the convoy as well, and we decided to fly out of Libya into Cairo. I was let straight through customs, and poor Laura, the person with me, was imprisoned in the airport buildings and deported the next day. And then this one came up, and of course I know Amo on the two that I've done with Viva very well, and got full trust in the man. And he rang me up and said, would I be prepared to put some money down and to drive? And I said, yeah, let's go ahead. And that's why I'm here now with you.
We don't know when we get into Eastern Europe if we're going to get another bed. And the last 2 nights, I think, have been in campsites. The tent out for the first time last night, slept in the van the night before. Pretty stressful today. Some very bad driving, not by me for a change, but some of the other people on the road. One guy driving a silver car just would not let me in. We're driving in a convoy. We have to stay behind the vehicle, so the vehicle in front of you overtakes, then you overtake. And this guy saw me trying to pull in. I indicated I was in front of him, and he sped up at short the distance and blurred the horn and gave me a rude gesture, you know. Bad crack, Rick. And then tonight, as we were coming in here about just over an hour ago, the van in front of me overtook a lorry, and I started to overtake. And I can drive. I know you've got to give the lorry a bit of space, a bit of time, indicate to let him know that you want to move in. I've been doing this for the last 6 days. I'm nearly going to swear there. I've been doing this for the last 6 days. I know how it's done. And he's an old guy, just was having none of it. Blurred the horn, accelerated to close the gap to make sure I couldn't get in. Just fucking badness, like. So I just overtook our other convoy vehicle. He was in front of him, who'd originally overtaken him, who I was originally following, and bailed in front of them, much to his dislike. So where were we now? Did you Hofsburg or something, or? Did you say this was?
We were near Hofsburg, right?
Hofsburg? Oh.
Walking towards Hofsburg.
What are the private apartments or the? It's not a hotel. There's no flags out.
There might be museums. There's so many museums in this area.
Right. It's funny, you'd think of places like Germany and all during the Second World War, but Austria doesn't spring to mind. I suppose it was the Austro-Hungarian Empire at one stage, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
Austria and Hungary, and then the Ottomans, and then the Germans. And seems very peaceful today. Let's have a look at the buildings rather than the tree. We walk down the road. What? Yeah. Well, that's definitely a church in front, isn't it? You get the feeling everybody's still in bed or something.
Yeah.
Like a town shop of see that red bike up there? That's my BMW. Exactly the same. It's a 650 BMW.
Yeah.
Yep. Cracking bike, man. I love it. Like, over the bits. I wish I was here on my bike, actually, to be honest with you. I'm leaving them to it. This is just a wee break. See, all the Muslim brothers on this stop and pray about 3 times a day, you know. This is supposed to be a quick 5-minute stop, and then a half an hour stop at the next one further on up the road, so it's good. Alright, Baba G, come and say hello, brother.
How are you?
I'm good, yes.
Were you doing an interview yourself in there, is it?
Yeah. I'm doing a wee video diary every day. Stay me off for 2 seconds. Say something for the camera. I know you've been...
Well, actually, the main thing is that one at the moment. I won't say the word in there because I'm very tired at the moment.
Yes, okay. I know you're bringing up...
This, all the convoys, you know, the new people just joined it.
Yes.
But mashallah, all the crew is going okay so far, so good. There shouldn't be any problem in there, and inshallah what we had in there, all the aid, this is our duty to must go to the place they need it.
Yes.
And inshallah,
It's your duty as a Muslim and a brother and a humanitarian.
Inshallah, what we'll do, we'll reach in there, and we, inshallah, this is our duty. We'll fully support. We will do it.
Yes.
You know, mashallah, so far so good, no problem at all.
Quite so long ago. Last time that I saw you, played it funny how the memories grow. Seems they always fall around you. They tried to break you in a living hell, but they couldn't find a way. So they killed you in an H-block cell. Hope it all would turn away, but your spirit couldn't rise again. But you dared to prove them wrong, and in death you tore away the chains to help the world hear freedom's song. But the heartache and pain linger on. They're still here, but so long since you've gone. But we're stronger now. You've showed us how freedom's fight can be won.
Thank you.
So we're doing the view first. Let's give him one set of t-shirts.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, well done everybody for keeping it together there. Especially Zulu 2 and Alpha 5 and the rest of you guys that was squatting it. That was well done. We came through a major city there, quite a beautiful city. So that was actually well done everybody. This is what the plan now is. Tomorrow we've got not much to do. It's 75 miles that's going to take us to the Romanian border. Now, I'm saying 75 miles, it's going to take us about 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
When we get to that border, we're going to stay the night there. So that will be, what day are we on? Saturday now?
Yes,
So Sunday, it's going to be, like you can say, a day off. Next day, 2 hours up the road we're going to go. Monday is where it's going to be a mammoth drive, right? We're going to cut through Romania. And it's mountains, it's going to be difficult, it's going to be stressing, it's going to be hot. Absolutely beautiful scenery, but it's going to be an intense drive, right? So what I don't want to do is drive from here, drive 4 hours, enter Romania, and then stay at one of these, really airy, dodgy looking places, because it's not comfortable. The last time we did this, a couple of lads just stayed up, most people stayed up, and just guarding the vehicles, etc. So I don't want to put us guys in that position for our own safety. So what I'm happy to do is that now obviously we're staying here tonight. People need to pitch a tent. Stay in your vehicles if you want. There'll be wash facilities in there. I'm sure you can use McDonald's for wash facilities. Sylvia pointed out, do not eat from there.
In a plaza. I'm here with Jemima and Fazil. Well, he didn't want to go, but we'll have a rest day tomorrow. So we're not leaving until 6 o'clock for the Romanian border. The people on the convoy have been to Pakistan before. They say Romania is quite a scary country, so I can only go by what they're saying. What we're going to do is, it's only 2 hours or so from Budapest to the Romanian border. We're going to camp there tomorrow night, and then there's a wee tram, a double bus there, and then really early on, that will be tomorrow Sunday, Monday morning really early, we're gonna hammer it through Romania. We're not going to stop. 14 hours, I don't know how big Romania is. We're going to 14-hour drive, and that'll either get us all the way through are very close to the border with Bulgaria, and from Bulgaria we're going to Turkey. Bucharest, if I haven't already said that, the capital of Romania. And we are heading off towards Bulgaria and Sofia. But such a late night, the convoy's not going to move before 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30. So nice. It's a leisurely start to the day, but it's because we'll get in so late. And I don't know, 7 or 8 the night, we're probably parked up on all our service days. Well, I know the focus isn't great on this because I'm sitting in the van in the dark, but I do have the wee lights on. We are in Bulgaria in a rather friendly restaurant. In the van, in the car park. This is day 10 of the video diary. We left Bucharest. We got into Bucharest this morning at about 3:30. So it was a 17.5-hour journey from... where's the focus going? 17.5-hour journey from Budapest to Bucharest. Left there this afternoon at about 4:20 to 5. Meant to leave at 4 o'clock. On the road to Istanbul, on Bradford to Gaza, return of the refugees.
It doesn't seem quite so long ago. Last time that I saw.
You know, I think we'll have a rest day. You'll have to have a rest day today. We were driving fucking 3:30 in the morning last night and 2 o'clock the night before, and you're getting 5 hours skip in a van. You're heading off in the heat of the day. So I think we've got today and possibly tomorrow. So meeting at 2 o'clock. I know for a fact 1 or 2 people are still concerned, and rightly so, about Syria. But I've had this conversation in my head with other people. When I left Belfast, I was committed to follow the convoy through. So if the convoy is going through Syria, and the people are happy to go, I'm going with them. If there's a major rebellion, which I don't see happening, I see 1 or 2 people kind of revising their opinion. Seems that 1 or 2 people are deciding, they'll come all the way here to decide whether or not they're going to go into Syria, but it's a decision I made before I left home. So that's it. And we should all be pulling together, and no divisions, because nobody knows what we're going to face. And it ain't just Syria, there's Egypt and Gaza. You know, people think you're alright till you get to Gaza and your only dangers are, there's dangers on the road all the way along. Tiredness, driving at night, unfamiliar terrain, driving out of your comfort zone to keep up with. We're not going with the slowest vehicle at times, we're going with the fastest whenever somebody hoofs off. But we're off to Ankara. It's 450 kilometres. Kevin has been here. We're actually past Ankara, because I saw a 10 kilometre sign, and then we took a turn off towards Caesarea. So we're probably 30 or 40 kilometres past Ankara, so obviously won't be going there. Won't be leaving here until about 11 tomorrow. I'm not sure what time it is. It's after 10, maybe 10:30, 11. Over to the 2 boys having breakfast, yeah. Zulu 2.
Did you have something to eat?
No, I'm just up, brother, this morning,
Okay,
so...
Soon as you were telling you, soon you go down to the kitchen.
Yes?
On your right hand side.
There's a little thing, there's a tea's already made in that big pot.
Tea is there.
Tea, okay.
And the
Everything is
is
there.
wrapped up in a foil.
Nice one, nice one.
And take some cups here, the cups are here, just take us.
Grand.
The plate's there.
Okay. Any of you 2 minds saying a few words on the camera just about the convoy and why you're here, or I'll ask you, Uncle, I'll come over to you first if that's alright. I know you were on Road to Hope.
Pardon?
You were on Road to Hope when you went through Libya, and this time we're going through Syria. Any particular, what's your views about the convoy and how it's gone and why you're going? And
The reason I'm going is because I feel that what's happening in Palestine is wrong, you see, by the Zionist regime, you know, oppressed by them, and the people can't openly get trade with anybody, no nothing. And they're really suffering, you know. When you look at ourselves back in England, we got it so easy, and our families, everything, you know. So that's one reason I'm going. Other thing is, I'm going with the people, and I could do so many different things, you know, help them out in the way. But we be Muslim, as a Muslim, we believe in traveling with the people, earning some good deeds for hereafter. We believe in life after death, you see. And we should help anybody. It doesn't have to be a Muslim. It's our duty to help anybody, humanity, you know, and work with other people. And as you know, the situation in Syria, what's happening, well, it shouldn't affect us, really, because we're not going to cause trouble with anybody, are we, really? All we're doing is humanity mission, DViva Palestine, Arabia. We're going to Gaza just to help and take some medical aid and bits and bats of these vans and trucks that we take. We will leave them there. And what we do is fly from Cairo airport back to where we're from.
Turkish border, Gavin Ovendon's going to meet us and bring us through, which is good. Latakia, Damascus. So 2 nights. Drive all day to Latakia, stay overnight. Drive all day to Damascus, stay overnight. Drive all day to Jordan. So 3 days, 2 nights is our total exposure to whatever dangers we face in Syria. But I decided before I left Belfast to see this through, and that's what I want to do. So my sunglasses and my hat are going to go out and enjoy the sunshine, and so am I for the next 40 minutes until we get behind the wheels and head down the road. Still trouble with this van going up hills, still down in the second gear, overheating with the temperature gauge. There's some big hills in front of us, but you know, you've just got to nurse the vehicle through. Okay, video diary for Monday. I think it's a 14th, 15th, 16th day on the journey. Caught a bit of sun today. You know, I was a bit tired, as you can probably see in the face. Otherwise things are okay. We found somewhere to park tonight, so we're in another service station with a restaurant, and that'll be us till tomorrow morning, and then we have another member of the convoy. Then we are off to, we're near Adana now. It's only 20 kilometres down the road, so we're staying here tonight. Then we'll drive on to Atakia, which is on the Syrian border, tomorrow, and then we'll hang about there because we're not meant to cross over the border until Wednesday.
My name's John, I'll have your ear only one. I left my dear home in Ireland, it was death, starvation and regicide. When I got to America, it was my duty to go, enter the army and slog across Texas to join in the war against Mexico. And it was there in the pueblos and hills that I saw the mistake I had made. Part of the conquering army with the morals of a bayonet blade. And there amidst all these poor dying Catholics, screaming children, the burning stench of it all, myself and 200 Englishmen decided to rise to the call. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side.
Assalamu alaikum. Right turn, Damascus.
You're on the eyeball of the convoy, Jonathan. Eyeball of the convoy. Let me know when you take the right onto yellow dark uniform here. Right now,
IT consultant. This time round on the convoy we're taking some building equipment, we've got medical equipment, we've got gift boxes for the orphans, we're giving out money to the Gazan people directly as well. So this time around our focus is mainly on the building materials going through the Iraqi border.
So here, I think it's a military hospital, I'm not sure, but there's probably about 15 or 20 people queuing up outside to get blood. But they've kept this room for us, there's 4 chairs, and there's 4 of us going to get blood now, and it takes about 15 or 20 minutes. And once it's finished, then it'll be Faisal from Malaysia. Thumbs up.
Well, it feels normal like taking a blood test. Apart from that, you know, these are doing this. Some not give anyway, some not come back.
And we're done. Hey, all the best, man. All the best. Well, how do you feel? I know it's not like you to give anything away. So how does it feel giving away a pint of blood to help the people injured in the bombing in Syria?
It feels good actually.
Glad to hear that.
Considering this is my first time and I didn't faint.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing, really. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing to do, isn't it? While we're here like this, doesn't cost us anything to support the people that have suffered.
I would do it again if I can.
Press conference in Damascus, capital of Syria. That's a good question. Where's Carl? I don't know where's Carl. She knows. Somebody should check her after Kate earlier on. Just come through the Jordanian border heading towards Amman, which is 100 kilometres. It's my first view of Jordan.
Well, I'm just going to update my video diary. We are here in Amman in Jordan, and this is, I believe, the 22nd day of our journey from Belfast via Bradford to Gaza on the DViva Palestine 6 return of the refugee convoy. In solidarity with all Palestinian hunger strikers and all the young people here, because not only are the young people the future generation, but you have activists of very high calibre, very high quality, very passionate and very motivated, and it is an honour to sit with them while they fast alongside their brothers in Israeli jails.
بيتكلم عن نفسه، بيقول إن هو أحد أفراد الشعب الأيرلندي الذي عانى من سنة 1920 من الانقسام من طغيان الحكم الإنجليزي في أيرلند، فهو شعر إنه وقفته مع هذا الشعب الفلسطيني الحر بنفس القضية اللي بيعاني منها في أيرلند في فلسطين، وبوجه كل الشكر وهو مفتخر إنه يتضامن مع الشباب اللي قاعدين هم الآن جالسين مع إخوانهم الفلسطينيين، فبيشعر زي مثلث متضامن كامل مع هذه المثل العليا وهذه القيم الطيبة اللي بيتكلم عليها.
Thank you very much. Joining us.
Frankly, this is a common cause. You know what I mean? And this brings this support, you know. Solidarity.
Up here is as good a time as any, as we're sitting on the side of the road, on the road to Aqaba in Jordan to do my video diary blog for today. We met some young Jordanians who are on a hunger strike in sympathy with the Palestinian political prisoners, some of whom are on 77 days or in the semi-coma in Israeli jails, fighting for equality and human dignity within an apartheid prison system. So I've been fasting from 8 o'clock this morning. It's hardly the biggest thing in the world at all compared to what people have been doing. But then we went to meet the people again today in the centre, and people asked me for the story of the Irish hunger strike. So I took about an hour and explained it all to one of the guys who's on the 7th day of hunger strike, a young Jordanian student. And he was telling me that there's going to be a large crowd there tonight, trying to get as much publicity around not their hunger strike, but obviously the prison hunger strike in the Israeli jails, and that he's going to tell the story that I told him, Bobby Sands, the 10 dead men, the rise to power of Sinn Féin in the electoral arena due to the success of Bobby Sands being elected as the MP for Fermanagh South Tyrone, and how, in my opinion, the hunger strike and the sacrifice of those men led ultimately to the mandate for Sinn Féin to enter the peace process to try and reunify Ireland through peaceful non-violent means. This is our second day in Aqaba, which is a port city, and we are hoping to be given notice today or tomorrow that we can travel to Nuevo by ferry, roll on, roll off ferry in Egypt, and then because of convoy speeds it's possibly a 10-hour journey minimum, I would imagine, 10-hour journey through the Sinai down to Rafah and eventually into Gaza, where negotiations are taking place so we can stay for 3 nights and 4 days.
Just give people a wee idea of the feel of the place, you know. Here, they're great shopping places, aren't they?
So say this is Thursday. We're still here. This is day 5 in Aqaba. The information we get changes daily. Initially the information was all the people on the convoy, all the aid and all the vehicles have been granted permission to enter Egypt, which is good because certain people have been banned before, not because of their Palestinian activity, just because at the whim of the Egyptian government, I suppose they said it's their country and they decide who gets in and who doesn't. But there appears to be some negotiations ongoing about the routes. We wanted to take the on-off, roll-on, roll-off boat in Aqaba to Nuevo and drive through the Sinai for maybe 10 hours up to Rafah and in. But apparently the Sinai is controlled basically by the Bedouins and not the Egyptian government and or the Egyptian security services. So they've said no, that is not possible. They can't guarantee our safety and as such refuse to let us in, although commercial vehicles drive that route every day because the boat leaves here every night for Nuevo, and that's to Egypt and onward to destinations in Egypt and indeed up towards Rafah, Al-Arish. So we're at a bit of a loose end. We're all ready to go on at least 2 occasions where we're kind of promised that we were going and everything was sorted, and you know, morale picks up and everybody's ready to hit the road, and then it's all kind of knocked back at the last minute. So very, very disappointing and very unsettling at the same time.
In Aqaba, in the car park, getting ready to go to the port where we are leaving the vehicles. Then we are going to the capital Amman by coach, where we paid 190 Jordanian dinars, it's about 170 pounds in sterling. We're going to fly from Amman to Al Arish and hopefully meet the vehicles tomorrow. Yesterday afternoon we were told we were all go for Gaza. We were going to take the boats down to, we had actually two choices. We were originally told those people who are under time constraints to get back home to Britain and Ireland could fly over to Gaza, to Al Arish today at 9 a.m. Sunday morning and actually be in Gaza for 12 o'clock. And those people who could afford the time to wait and accompany the vehicles in could drive in on Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. So I elected to stay with the vehicles, that's why I came along. I'm driving a donated van, and while it would be much easier just to jump ship, no pun intended, and go with everybody into Gaza and be home for Wednesday, I volunteered to stay on. Half an hour later the situation changed. They said everyone is going to Amman by coach, everyone is going to fly to Al Arish. The vehicles were going to go on the 1:30 a.m. ferry, and from that we were going to meet them in Al Arish sometime late on Sunday or early Monday morning, and then we two would all drive in together into Gaza, which was like a win-win for everybody. When I could see it was a perfect ending to what's been a long, drawn-out 7 days. So we got the vehicles for 10:15, lined them all up in formation, ready to go. Cops didn't seem to be just 100% sure what was happening, refused to let us leave the car park. 10:15 turned into 11:15, 11:15, 11:45. That's when I thought, hello, we're not going to go. I don't know if you can hear those Jordanian helicopters in the background, just like Belfast back in the day. They're patrolling the sea between occupied Palestine, Israel and Jordan, because the town of Eliat is just across the Red Sea. You can see it from the hotel, you can see it from the beachfront. So come 12:15, we were then told, right, there's been a delay again by the Egyptians. The vehicles aren't going on the boat tonight. Everything's scrapped. We were supposed to be heading up to Amman at about 3 o'clock in the morning in a coach to sit in the airport for 3 hours to fly on to Al Arish. Now it appears we're going to try and put the vehicles on at 7 p.m. tonight. I don't even know if that's going to transpire. Then we're off to Amman to fly to Cairo, because there's a daily flight to Cairo, but there isn't a daily flight to Al Arish. And that means a 6-hour journey from Cairo by bus down to Al Arish and another 40 minutes, whatever, out to Rafah. Now, I don't know if once we arrive in Cairo, if the Egyptians put us on a bus, and knowing then they might just take us straight to Rafah and throw us over the border and into Gaza without the vehicles. So if there's a meeting today, I'll bring that up. I'll say who's meeting us at the airport, and how do we know, is there assurances that the Egyptians aren't going to drive us straight to Rafah and try and put us over the border. So it looks like this extended sojourn, if that's the correct word, is going to last for another few days.
Yalla, yalla, yalla. Come on. Action.
Thing to do. Pauline's been at home, running the business. As I say, I mean, I put my heart and soul into this, as has everyone else. But I said in the meeting I would have been prepared to see it through. I had at least another fortnight on me to stay here before I really would have had to consider leaving. So I've done everything within my power to get to Gaza, to break the siege, to bring in medical aid, equipment, hope and solidarity to the people of Palestine. All I can say is I'll try again. So no apologies for what I've done. I've done the right thing. It's morally correct. No dissatisfaction with the way things go. Every convoy is different. Every convoy faces hurdles and obstacles and delays. The biggest kind of vote of solidarity that I can give. And I said this in the room. I said if the people in the room or outside of the room accept that Egypt has the right to dictate what type of aid gets in and out of Gaza and who gets in and out of Gaza, once we accept that, then Israel wins. So I'm refusing to accept that, and I told him that the only way to kind of not be defeated in this is to try again. And under those circumstances, I said it's imperative Viva Palestina tries another land convoy, tries to break the siege, and I said put my name down number 1 on the list. So there's been issues in the convoy, and there's been huge delays, been huge frustrations, been a couple of crosswords, not too many. 4 to 5 weeks is a long time to be away from home and the people you care about. But I'm an activist, and I'm beginning to realise that this is what activists do. You don't accept defeat, you don't surrender, you come back and you knock on the door, you put the boxing gloves on and you try again. So my name will be first on the list for Viva Palestina 7, whatever guise that takes to break a siege. I'm not defeated, either the people in the convoy. Inshallah, next time.
Got bedding there anyway. Get a taxi the following morning. So we leave Amman like Monday morning about 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. for the airport. Check yourself in at 4 a.m. and that's it. That's good timing. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I better book this in the thingy, haven't I? Print it out, my hidden number. Sorry?
You want to be rash, you want to be waiting.
We ain't going to be moving now.
Tomorrow, what we do? Wait, tomorrow? If you're going to Amman tomorrow, we can go to that. You go there.
You go there. Plus 5 of Harvey's. Spicy apple. We've got you on camera. You want to see some
That was a friend this morning.
Brad,
Yes?
how much does it cost to go from Cairo to Rafah?
To fly?
No.
On the bus it's about a tenner. It's a 6-hour journey. Stop off for about 40 minutes near the Suez Canal to break the journey.
People at the border.
If people can come out, yeah. I would meet them at Al Arish. I wouldn't go to the border. If they're coming out, get them to come to Al Arish. It's the best thing to do.
What we can do is put a little bit of water in the glass, just like that.
Yes.
Okay, and we get a piece of paper, we'll put it over the top of the glass.
Yes.
Alright?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Nabil's jacket's there, right? No, don't worry about Nabil's jacket. Right, okay, so we've got that over the top of the glass. We'll turn the glass upside down and we'll take the paper away. And now, we'll hold this over Kevin's head. Shall we?
Yay!
Yeah? We'll hold this over Kevin. Look over there. Alright, okay, now one thing you mustn't do, you mustn't count to 10 very slowly, because when you reach 10, all the water comes out. 1. Come on! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, Richard, leaving Aqaba, you happy to go?
No, not really. But happy to be away from Aqaba, but sad flying home now. But as we know, all the aid's going to get in, so mission accomplished. Yeah.
Right. See you on the next one.
See you on the next. Yeah, definitely.
Babaji. Well, here we are back in Amman, in the capital of Jordan. We left Aqaba today at, I don't know what time, possibly 2:15 in the afternoon. Up for 10, had to wait for the police to agree to release the vehicles from the police compound, where they were being protected and or kept. There's no way we could have gone to the vehicles at any time, driven off on them. These are definitely police states. In Jordan, you can't do anything without the police paperwork, and we're getting escorted here and there with the vehicles, which is good for traffic, good to go where we're going, but there's no freedom. On the Nakba Day, which was the 15th of May, we had hoped to be in Gaza. Feeling that, I'd suggested if there was a demonstration marking the anniversary of the Nakba, when the people were put out in 1848 from Palestine, that we would join it. But I was informed that public demonstrations are basically illegal in Jordan. And even though 70% of the population of Jordan are from Palestinian descent, you would not know for 1 second that Zionists had ethnically cleansed huge swathes of Palestine in 1948. No demonstrations, nothing on the TV, nothing in the papers. Anyway, as I put on my last kind of video blog, we were told yesterday Viva Palestine had given the Egyptians a deadline because Egyptians just were being obstinate and putting hurdles and obstacles and delays in just to frustrate the convoy and try and break our morale and make the convoy give up and go home. So we arrived here today, and as far as I'm aware at this moment in time, there's a press conference tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon at the Palestinian Centre in Amman, and I suppose VP is going to point fingers at Egypt for its complicity in the continuing illegal siege of Gaza. We wouldn't be here in a convoy if the Egyptians weren't aiding and abetting the Israelis in the siege on the civilian population of Gaza. So they're going to point a few fingers, they're going to look at the aid with something like 1,300 boxes of penicillin that were destined for the hospitals, baby milk for children, clothes,
new clothes, toys, educational, charitable donations from the people of Bradford and Malaysia and many other places. So tomorrow we'll tell a tale, and after the press conference I will see about booking my flight back home. Well, here we are in Dublin in a hotel just off Lower Gardner Street. This is the flag that I brought with me, supposedly to go to Gaza, and only ever got as far as Jordan. It was my tricolour in my memory of the journey. So I asked everyone who was still there, who hadn't already left the convoy, to put a few words. So we have the illegal siege of Gaza violates the 4th Geneva Convention. The siege must stop or be stopped by people of conscience in the world. Viva Palestina will just get stronger, and we all must continue to do all we can to end the siege in Gaza. Fry, you are brilliant. Keep up all that you can be. Carl Swords, May 2012. Viva Palestina 6, right to return. Our time will come, Sláinte, Faisal. Thank you very much, brother. This is my favourite quote. VP6, the path of a righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Muhammad Ali, brother, thank you. Dear Fra, it was so great to see you and having a fab Sisha nights with the gang. Hopefully see you soon, Gemma. Thank you, Fra, for all your help and support on the convoy. It was great having you on board. Amr Nazir. Viva Palestina, England. In my heart I feel Gaza, in my eyes I see Gaza. Ibrahim. Gaza will be free. Shiraz. The actual rate of return coming soon. They may have won the battle, but we will win the war. Faz. Fra, you're the man. God bless. See you again. Wahid. Dear Fra, it was so lovely to meet you on this adventure. Take care. Stay in touch. Sinab. Viva Palestina, Arabia 6. Rahma. Hatta al-Nasser. Hatta al-Nasser. Hatta al-Quds. Kevin. Only memory for me, keep my flag, and I'm going to put it up in the house or somewhere. I came to Dublin specifically to have a few days rest and recuperation before going back to Belfast and back to work. And there's Pauline. How did you get in here? I told that guy not to let you in. Pauline, I've done my blogs with people on the road. I've asked them what they thought about the journey. I've asked them about their expectations before and during the convoy. But you weren't on the convoy. You stayed behind. You kept the home fires burning, and you ran the business, and you allowed me to go. So how did you feel, and why did you support me on Viva Palestina 6?
I don't know what to say.
Talk. Go on, it's over here.
Well, I'm going to defend you from going and support you and everything you do. I'm just glad to have you back, but I'm disappointed that you didn't get in. But if the opportunity arises again, go for it.
You're going to let me go again, are you?
Yes.
I think you like getting rid of me. I think you like the idea of me being away for 4, 5 or 6 weeks at a time. Were you worried at all when I was away? Obviously, it's a long time to be on the road, anything could happen. What were your worries or your concerns?
I was concerned whenever the trouble started in Syria.
Right.
But then I seen it on Facebook, you were giving blood.
Yeah.
So you were on the other side of it. But of course, everyone has their worries.
And was it different this time compared to the last one? I had company the last time. I was away with 6 other Irish guys. Just for me, it was different this time. I was kind of on my own.
For you, it was easier for me this time because the first time was harder. Second time was easier because I knew you were coming back.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know the first time, nobody?
The first time what was happening.
Yeah, we didn't know if we would get in the first time. Yeah. We didn't know if anybody would be injured when they were there. And it was the same for me in the journey because I had a bit of experience, so I knew what was coming up and I was able to try and handle it a bit better. And maybe it was the same for you. There wasn't just quite as much insecurity.
You understand where you're going, you understand the route you're taking, and
yes,
what the risks are, but you would all be safe.
and confidence in the people. So, what was the worst part of it then for you? Being on your own, or running the business on your own, or spending my money when I wasn't there? Or?
Spending your money, being on my own, run the business.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, love. So we're all set for VP7.
When do you want me to go?